All right, so now we've got the lunge position depth drop. And kind of like I said with the last video for the push-up, the prerequisite for this is definitely going to be practicing that iso extreme lunge position. So if you haven't already watched those videos, I would go back and do that first. Make sure you really understand that concept. Um, Explore that position, get comfortable in it before you start doing these. I see these done pretty poorly pretty often. It is very specific, just like with the iso extreme lunge. You're trying to be in a very set position. There's not a lot of wiggle room as far as what the position is in order to really get the joints in the correct position to get the force where you want it. So same idea. You're just going to want to make sure that you understand that before you jump into this. It's a little bit more complicated than the regular depth drop, so just be cautious with that. For these, you'll probably want to start with the box height a little shorter than what you would typically do for a regular depth drop. You'll realize if you do a handful of these and you're not really used to it, you'll probably get pretty sore pretty quickly. I know for me personally, when I haven't been running these in a while and then I throw them into a cycle, glutes and hamstrings get wrecked. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just pay attention to the volume. You're not going to want to go crazy first few times. But if you understand the iso extreme lunge position, great. I'll go ahead and show super quick what it kind of looks like. But basically, you're going to be one leg way out in front of the body, one back behind you. This front leg, vertical shin, back leg as straight as you can get it. You're trying to actively pull with this front hamstring. You're pushing on that back foot so that you should see that heel come forward. You're squeezing this back glute, and we're neutral with the spine. We're trying to stay tall with the back. Okay, so that's the iso extreme lunge position, and that's essentially what you're going to be landing in during this depth drop. Okay, so like I said, a little bit shorter box than what you would typically use for a normal depth drop. This one, 12-inch box, probably a little on the low side, but for a demonstration, it's fine. So I'll go ahead and show you. Really, it's the same. All these are the same as far as the goal. When you land, you're trying to already be in the end position, right? So you don't want to land, sink 3 or 4 inches, and then stop. It should be all one sudden thing. As soon as you hit the ground, ideally, there's no movement. You're locked in. You're in that position. You're good. So I'll show you a bad one first. I can show you a couple bad ones, and then I'll show you a good one afterwards, hopefully. So the first way it could be done poorly would be you're in the right position, but you just have a lot of give. So just like the last couple of videos. So I'll show you that real quick. Okay. So I hit the ground, a lot of sinking. It's not firm, it's not abrupt, so not good. Next one would be if you're just in a crappy position. So with this one, like I said, you can do the same movement with a more of a traditional like split squat stance. So going to be something like this, and that's fine. That's just a different exercise. Um, there's just, like I said, there's certain positions that you want to hit when you're really trying to get the force in the correct spots. Okay, so I'll show you a good one real quick. Just pay attention. This one versus that first one, there should be very, very little give. Okay. Okay. Give you one more. All right. So pretty straightforward once you understand the concept. But like I said, scale this one up slowly. Make sure you're building volume over time and not jumping right into it, because I've done that and it's not fun. But that's it. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one.